Yeah. So that people can watch it later, because sometimes people when they look at their notes, it doesn't make sense to them because they don't have anybody talking to them. This way, they have the notes and you can look at the video through it. Yeah, yeah. Like I tried to place yesterday's, but at my house I don't have the greatest internet, so it took like 2 hours, and I was like, no. So I'll do it today before I leave, because here it takes like a couple minutes. So I'll post this one and yesterday's, so you can copy yesterday's. Okay, so adding and subtracting in scientific notation. Okay, yesterday we did multiplying and dividing. Adding and subtracting, I think, is a little bit easier than multiplying and dividing. So we're already familiar with scientific notation. Let's just jump into an example. So let's go with something simple. 1.23 times 10 to the 5th plus 4.56 times 10 to the 3rd. What's the first thing you guys notice?
There's no like parentheses or
There's no parentheses, yeah. Do you guys notice anything else? Anything else that might be special?
Your first number, you're adding 10 to the 5th instead of multiplying.
Yeah, we're adding, but something else, guys. Look at it a little bit harder. See if you guys can figure something out with this one. Kaya? Oh, I get what you're saying. My mistake. That should be times 10. That's my mistake. Besides that, what else do you see?
there's an addition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're adding them together instead of multiplying.
Yeah, but
It says the end.
they're in decimal form. They're incorrect scientific notation, right? Because they're between 1 and 10. But what else?
Their numbers.
The powers. Somebody mentioned it already. The powers what? What about the powers? They're not the same. The powers are not the same. One has a power of what? And the other one has a power of? We can't add them right now. This is the same as doing this. If I had a to the 4th power plus a to the 5th power, we would not be able to add those. They have different powers. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you have to decide what power you want to be at. What power would you guys like to be in? Would you guys like to be in the 5th power or the 3rd power? If we want to be in the 3rd power, which one do we have to play with? 1.23. So go ahead, give it a shot, see what you guys can do with that. Yes, Liam?
Does it matter which power you
It doesn't matter as long as you have the correct power. Mhm.
I like grade these. They have 2 scores and another one has like 10 out of 10.
Give him the lower one. And this one, give him so he got 10 out of 20.
Alright.
Yeah. So I heard some of you guys say that we need to play with this one over here. And you're not wrong, that's actually correct. So I want to turn that power into what? Into the 3rd power. So there's 2 options that you can have. The first one is you can move it twice this way, or the second one is you can move it twice this way. Which way does it move? Which way is correct? The red one or the black one? Raise your hand if you say the red one is correct. Raise your hand if you say the black one is correct. Okay, there's a couple ways. This is the way. I know it was very confusing in the beginning. So this is what I like to do. I'm going to expand 1.23 times 10 to the 5th. So if I expand that, that would be what?
1.23 times.
But how do I expand it? What do I do?
10.
Move the decimal how many times?
2. Oh, 5.
I move the decimal 5 times, right? So that would give me the following number. 1, 2, 3 with how many zeros?
3. So 123,000.
Now, if I wanted to make this a decimal or a scientific notation that was times 10 to the third, how many times would I have to move the decimal over? So this would be what? 100 and what? 123 times 10 to the third. Does that make sense what we did there? Okay, you don't have to do that. That's just, I know scientific notation, moving it back and forth can kind of be confusing sometimes. So that's going to allow you to kind of see what's really going on. So it's times 10 to the third. So now I have 123 times 10 to the third plus what? 4.56 times 10 to the third. So what did we accomplish? Same base, right? I'm sorry, not same base, same exponent. Okay, so now how do I add this?
Regular addition, but you don't add the exponents?
Yeah, so the exponent is going to stay times 10 to the third. But what's my answer going to be? What am I going to get here? Remember, you have to add up, you have to line up your what? Decimals. Don't forget to line up your decimals. 127.56 times 10 to the third. Is that correct though? It's not correct. To be correct, we have to move this back over where? So it would be 1 point what?
1.2756.
Does that make sense, everybody? Now there was a lot of moving parts there, a lot of stuff you can skip. You don't have to do every little thing that I did, but are we understanding what's going on so far? Should we do another one? All right. I'm gonna call this one example 1. Somebody had a question? No? No? Yes? In order for it to be in scientific notation, this number that I just highlighted has to be between 1 and 10. I had it at 127.56. That's not between 1 and 10. That's why. Are we good? Okay. Let's try another one. Let's go go ahead, guys. Yep. Yeah. Which way would it be probably easier to move? To the 3, right? Because I'm probably gonna keep my answer in what form? Times 10 to the what? Times 10 to the third or 6th? I'm probably gonna keep it times 10 to the 6th. So I'm gonna play with this one. Would you guys like me to expand it first, or how about this? Would you guys like more time to actually work on it? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I'll give you guys a minute and a half. All right, time is up. So if I'm trying to move this, let's go with, who's gonna go right now? Let's go with Caro. Caro, how do I make that times 10 to the 6th? You don't know?
No, that's why I'm waiting for an answer.
Oh, Caro, you should never wait. How about this, Caro? Let's expand this. That's gonna help us out. Times 10 to the 3rd tells me to move which way on my decimal. 1, 2, 3. So this is 5,870. But I want to make it times 10 to the 6th. So how many times am I going to have to move my decimal? 6 times, right? So it's be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Caro, it'd be 0.00 what?
0.05870.
Times 10 to the 10 to the 6th. Now I can add them. Does that make more sense, Caro? No, you don't have to do it. It's just sometimes when people are having trouble with it, expanding it helps. But you don't have to expand it yourselves. Times 10 to the what, guys? Times 10 to the 6. Now, do I need to keep all those numbers? No, right? I can round it, so I can leave it as 6.58 times 10 to the 6th. Or you can leave it the way it is, that's fine. Let's try some with subtraction. See what you guys can do with that. Let's have somebody try it out again. That's what we did yesterday. That was fun.
No.
Come on, Noah, that was fun.
No.
Yeah, make it.
As long as we don't get caught again, then it's fine.
Yeah, that was around.
Thank you. All right, who's lucky 11? Who's lucky 11? There you go, man. Walk us through it, Lamar. So, well, first of all, help us out. Talk to us. What are you doing? What exponent are you going to go to? Are you going to keep it the 7th, or are you going to keep it to the 5th?
The 5th.
The 5th? So if you're going to keep it the 5th, that means you're going to have to change this one, right? So how are you changing that one? What are you going to do? Having trouble with it? Somebody want to help him out? If he wants to keep this one to the 5th, how many times should he move the decimal point? Twice? Which way? to the right. So he's gonna go 1, 2. So you're gonna move this twice. So it's gonna be, yeah. And what will it be? What would that number be?
517.
Yep. Go on and write that, dude. Times what?
10 fifths.
Times, go ahead, write that. And what are we adding to that? Or subtracting, I'm sorry, what are you subtracting?
A 9.63.
Very good. Okay, this is something I want you guys to work on, okay? The math looks great, but you see these little lines that they put here? So you guys keep your mind straight, okay? It's gonna make your work neater. It'll make it easier, okay? Go ahead and subtract those, dude. How will we subtract?
Change.
Somebody want to help out, Lamar? You want to help out, Liam? Let's see Liam work on here. Write nicely, Liam.
Okay. This is very bad handwriting.
All right, Liam. You can take over now. You know what? I'll go from here. So, guys, what do we do next? Subtract what, though?
517.
Good. So we're going to subtract 517 minus 9.63. Where could we mess up here? What could be our mistake that we do here?
Like a decimal.
Yeah, if we don't line up our decimals, what's going to happen? You're going to mess up. So it's going to be 9.63. Now I see a lot of people just bring down a 6.3. Do we bring down a 6.3?
No.
No, right?
That's zero. The zero. That's zero. You would have to give.
Can you stop, dude? Yeah? So what do I put next to the 7? Zeros, right? And we're going to have to borrow. So that's going to give me 7. That's going to give me 3. 6 minus 9, you can't do that. And then what do we bring down? So it's 507.37, but this is times 10 to the what? How do I turn it times 10 to the 7th? So my real answer is going to be 5. Yes? Yeah, that's the cool thing about math. You can do it differently. As long as you're doing everything correct, you're fine.
So will we get the same answer if we started with the 9.16?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's actually, I personally like to turn it into my biggest exponent. That way I don't have to move stuff back later. Go ahead, guys. Give you guys about 2 minutes. Somebody's gonna go. That's 10 to the 3rd. 10 to the 8th, I'm sorry. Yeah. Huh? Go ahead, dude. What happened?
We got homework today.
You have classwork. It's like 4 or 5 problems. Yeah, you guys will finish it. It'll be due Monday.
Thank you.
All right. So who's sitting at table 32? I know it's gonna be this side. Who's at 32? Here you go.
Timothy was one number.
Walk us through it, okay?
Do I have to talk?
Yes.
Okay.
Here, I'll help
think-
you. I'll help you through.
Okay,
it,
thanks. I think I did
Which
this one.
exponent did you wanna? Are you gonna keep it at?
10 to the 8th, I
10
think
to
I'm
the 8th?
keeping.
So if
Yeah.
you want to keep it at 10 to the 8th for now, which one are you gonna change?
1.97.
And how do you turn that into 1 times 10 to the
Moving the decimal to the right 8 times.
8 times?
That's what I did. 9
You wanna
times. Sorry,
just
9
keep it at
times.
8. So we're not gonna move it 8 times. We're just gonna move it.
Moved it 9 times actually,
Oh, so you moved it 9 to expand it.
and
And
then
then you put
then
it
moved it
back.
back 8.
Okay. You can do that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Think he'll go away?
I think you can like put a paper on the door.
Let's see if she expanded correctly. Did she expand right, guys?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9.
Okay, and now you're gonna put
Move
it
it.
back into scientific?
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Is that, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then I moved it this way 8 times.
Good. If you,
I didn't
with
go
your
any
finger,
further yet.
If you just like touch the screen and move up, it'll give you more space.
Oh. Okay. I didn't get further than that yet.
Okay, so let's write this one in scientific notation. This is gonna be 19.7 times 10 to the
The
what?
10 to the 9th power? Or 10 to the 8th?
10 to the 8th. So
Okay.
go ahead and write that for us. Plus what?
And then, oh, it was plus?
Oh, I'm sorry, minus
Mine,
what?
okay.
Remember, you can put
That?
your hand on the screen. It won't pick it up. So
Oh,
it's a little
okay.
bit nicer. Because I have no idea what that number is.
Oh, it's a 4, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an S.
Sorry.
There we go, that works.
Okay.
That works. Okay, so now how do we subtract these things?
You do. That was weird. So you can't do 0 minus 4, so you have to turn this to a 6 and regroup. And that's 6. And you can't do that. And then 16 minus 7 is 9, and 8 minus 8 is 0.
Good. So this is 10.96 times 10 to the what?
8th power. And then since it isn't between 1 and 10, you have to move the decimal 1 place to the left.
Good.
So it's
Not the 8.
oh, it's the 7th,
No. What is it, guys?
9th.
9.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and erase that. Just turn it around. Turn the pencil around. There you go. Well, that works too. That's it.
Is that okay? Good.
Good job. Any questions on that, guys?
That's confusing.
You didn't get
Thank
that?
you.
Which part, Noah?
I didn't get that answer.
Oh, you didn't get that answer. Okay. Huh?
What did you get, Noah?
What'd you get, dude?
1.043.
1.043. You might have subtracted wrong, or you might have lined up your decimals incorrectly.
Why is,
Okay. I'll go check it right now.
why
Yes.
does the 8 change to the 9?
Because originally it was 10.96. We want to keep it between 1 and 10. So we have to move it over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are we okay with this, guys? Alright, next let's do a couple multiplication and division. Do you guys want me to do an example, or do you guys want to try it on your own since we already kind of did this? Try it on your own? You're not very good at whispering.
Isn't this example 5?
Is it? Sorry, I can't count. I don't know why I'm a math teacher. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's times 10 to the third. Sorry. So do you guys remember how to do this? What did I tell you guys to do when you have something like this?
We need to change the
Do we need to have the same exponent for this?
No.
Exactly, exactly. Look at it as two different things. So first thing you're going to have to do is 2.74. And you're going to have to multiply that by what? Now, what do you get when you multiply that? 2.74 times 1.75. What was it? 4 point what? Very good. So that gives you 4.795. Okay. Now, how do I deal with the exponents? So
We just have to add them.
So I have, the exponents are 10 to the 6th, oops, 10 to the 6th times 10 to the what? So it really becomes 10 to the what? 10 to the 9th. Some of these? Okay.
Yeah, you should. Just make them as easy one.
That's it. Any questions on that?
No?
Are we good with that one? Let's do a division.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Yeah, sure.
Again, I like to highlight it so that I know which ones goes with which. I'm dividing, so what am I going to do with my exponents? Subtract. I'm going to divide my yellow numbers, but the exponents I'm going to subtract. So right off the bat, I already know that it's going to be some number times 10 to the what? Not 2. Negative 2. Negative 2. 6 minus 8, guys. 6 minus 8. So the way I got this was, oh, you know what? I'll do everything over here, step by step. So let's go 5.23. And we are dividing this by what? 10.5. So 5.23 divided by 10.5 is 0.498. So that was the yellow part. And now for the blue part, the highlighted blue part, it's 10 to the 6th. Think of it like this, divided by 10 to the 8th. You guys are probably a little more comfortable with it written like that. So that would be 10 to the what? 10 to the negative 2. So my full answer, well, not even my full answer, because you'll see why. My answer as of now is 0.498 times 10 to the negative 2. What's wrong with that?
Negative 1 to 10.
It's not a number between 9 and 10, or 1 and 10, right? So I need to move it over one time. So this would be what? 4.98 times 10 to the power of negative 1. Because it's still a negative 2, but since we moved it over 1. So it's the quotient property. So this turns into 10 to the 6th minus 8. And 6 minus 8 is negative 2. Make sense?
You just subtract them?
Yep, because quotient property tells you to subtract. Does the negative 1 do what? What do you mean? No. It stays there. This is not like a negative where... So I think I know what you guys are concerned about. You guys are concerned that when you have a to the negative 1, you move it down, right? This isn't about moving up or down. This is about moving left or right. Okay? So don't get that mixed up. Okay? Any questions, guys? Go ahead and put your stuff away. Great job today.